Welcome to the Daily Tanya. Today is Thursday, the 5th day of Tamuz. Let's begin with tzedakah. Gedela tzedakah, shemekareves es hageula. Tzedakah brings Mashiach closer. And we continue chapter 7. And the Alter Rebbe continues to explain the light analogy. And we explained that the light, the Kabbalists they call Hashem's energy that animates the world, vivifies this world, all of the worlds. They call it light. And why is it? Because the light is a perfect analogy to the way Hashem is unified with his attributes. What does that mean? It said, just like the sunlight is a separate entity outside of the sun. It gives light, it gives warmth, and has its own entity. But yet the sunlight comes obviously from the sun itself. And within the sun, you cannot say that in the sun there is two entities. There is the sun and there is the light of the sun. It's all included and united as one with the sun itself. So the same thing is the idea that Hashem is unified with his attributes. The attributes that God uses to create the world, to sustain the world, the emotive attributes, the intellectual attributes, but all within Hashem himself. It does not have its own entity. It's one with Hashem. However, he said that this is not a perfect analogy because, after all, we are only thinking with our human minds, with our human framework. And it's good that we do that because that is the idea. And we need, Hashem gives us the ability to connect to him, to understand as much as we can using analogy from our world. So let's see inside. The Alter Rebbe continues. As the Alter Rebbe that we ended off yesterday saying that then after all is said and done, the analogy is not a perfect analogy because God is way beyond this unity of sun and sunlight. Nevertheless, despite its superior manner of unity, Hashem's manner of unity is much superior to the unity between sun and the sunlight. But since one must modulate the ear, what it is able to hear, Nishma v'nizboinen memshal oira shemesh, Hayichud b'mkoiroi ve'eina oile b'shem klal b'fnei atzmo rak shem hamokel levadei. We can perceive and comprehend that just as in the analogy, the light of the sun, which is united and nullified in its source, has no name of its own, only the name of its source. In the light of the sun, while it is in the sun, does not have a name of its own, the light. It's just part of the sun itself. Kach kol midosav shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. U'ratzoinoi v'chachmasoi einan oiles v'nikrois b'shem elu klal. And so too, all of the attributes of the Holy One, blessed be He, and His will and wisdom, they are not designated and called by these names at all relative to Him. Now within Hashem, they don't have their separate existence. And all existence is to us. We are creatures, separated creatures, that God, as we learned earlier in the Shar, Hiyachud, והאמונה, that Hashem condensed and contracted His light to be able to, for us to exist and to be able to receive these attributes. For us, each of these attributes are individual attributes. Not only in relation to the creatures, which are below the world of Atzilus, as the Rebbe notes, meaning the in Bria, Yetzir, and Asiyah. So these creatures being both higher and lower, spiritual creature, the lower physical creatures, שהוויוסם וחיוסם והנהגוסם שהקדוש ברוך הוא מהווה מחיוסם ונהגם, which are brought into existence and given life and guided in their conduct by the Holy One, blessed be He. And how does He do it? Using these attributes. Through His will and wisdom and understanding and knowledge, which garb themselves in His holy emotive attributes, such as Chesed, Gvura, and Tiferes. As it is stated in the Medrash, that by means of 10 things was the world created. And he lists the 10 things. And here we quote some of it. By wisdom, by understanding, and by knowledge, etc. As it is written, God founded the earth with wisdom. He established the heavens with understanding, and His knowledge, the depth of the abyss, or burst open. The depth of the abyss, they represent both the Chachma and the Bina. But burst open means that they are revealed because the Das connects, brings the Chachma and the Bina and reveals them. So we does see from the Medrash that the world was created by means of 10 things, the 10 spheres. And the Alter Rebbe continues to quote now from the Maimer Eliyahu, the prophet Elijah said, as quoted in the Pasach Eliyahu, the introduction to the Tikkunei Zohar. Maimer Eliyahu da pikas asar tikkunin v'korinen lo in asar sfirim, and is expressed by Elijah in the passage that opens with Pasach Eliyahu and forms part of the introduction to the Tikkunei Zohar. So what does he say? It says, you have brought forth 10 tikkunim. You've brought forth 10 tikkunim, which is 10 garments, and we call them 10 spheres. And through which to direct the hidden world, unrevealed, meaning worlds that transcend mortal comprehension, the highest spiritual world, and world revealed, meaning the worlds that are accessible to mortal comprehension. And through them you conceal yourself from created beings, so that they will not be able to perceive the divine life force that creates and vivifies them. So these sephiras, they serve two things. They serve, on the one hand, the revelation reveals whatever He's revealed through these attributes, but in the same time also it conceals the ultimate light of Hashem. And this is the end of today's shir, but as tomorrow's shir is going to explain and elaborate on this concept, what is revealed and what is concealed through these 10 spheres. So we'll see you B'ezrat Hashem tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.